Welcome, everybody, to the Stay at Home Grow series. Tonight, Hoosier Sophisticate hosts Beau, Bradley, and Apollo from GrowActive Solutions. They're going to teach us all the stuff here. Guys, we're giving away a couple of prizes tonight. We got a house and garden nutrient starter kit. These specialized starter kits are great for the hobbyist grower as they contain everything you need to complete a great grow. Included in the kits are the base nutrients and a select range of house and garden additives. Everything you need in one convenient box. A starter kit will complete a full run in a garden using 15 gallons of feed water per week with a 2-week veg and an 8-week flower. We're also giving away a free MMJ cert from MyKC Green Wellness. MyKC Green Wellness is Kansas City's most trusted source for medical marijuana certifications. Their clinic offers 5 licensed and practicing physicians that are always looking for healthier alternatives to assist the people of Missouri. MyKC Green is committed to the convenience of the patient.
Sounds great, Craig.
Their clinic offers flexibility with scheduling as soon as in-person and or telemedicine appointments. MyKC Green can be found just south of the Berry Road and I-29 exit along Prairie View Road, easily accessible for all those located on the north side of the river. We're going to do a couple of giveaways tonight. If you tag a friend who doesn't have a card followed by the word CERT, they will be entered to win that drawing from MyKC Green Wellness. And if you tag a name and the word GROW, they will be entered to win the nutrient kit from House and Garden. Guys, stick around. We'll be live in just a few minutes with a little solventless extraction.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Grove. We're here in lovely GrowActive Solutions, and I'm here with my guy, Beau, who has made me just yearn to grow good cannabis. Beau, how we doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing tonight?
Very well. You can see we have a makeshift microphone. I know, I just wanted to use it.
Yeah,
Craig, I wanted to use
it.
Craig, you don't have a microphone. You stay out of this, okay? You stay out of this right now.
He took the time to make it out of what the watering wand here. He's going to use the damn thing tonight.
I will make this work, okay, everybody? You can get one of these here, too. I took this thing apart. It's actually much better. Here, come over here. Craig's in charge of the camera. He's in charge of the laptop, of the chat. So if you have any problems, it's Craig's fault.
Yep.
I just want to be the
Not
first to
ours.
go ahead and say that. We got Paulo in the building. Let's give him a quick rundown of what we're doing tonight.
So tonight we're going to be doing some solventless extracting, and I want to show you guys how easy it is to do that right at home. For those of you who don't know what solventless extraction is that there's a whole lot of ways to make hash. right? So essentially that's what we're doing tonight is we're gonna make some hash, and we're gonna do it without the use of solvents. Depending on, there's a ton of different solvents out there. Some people use like butane, there's CO2, alcohol, just all that kind of stuff. Also, what a lot of people don't know is that solvent extracting, any type of flammable solvent extracting, is actually illegal to be done at home in Missouri, and you can lose your medical card.
That's you, Craig.
For doing it.
You've been working with all them combustibles at home. Knock that stuff off, man. Get me blowing up the neighborhood, man. Just kidding, allegedly.
Yeah, just allegedly. So that's why we want to go over the solvent list. So this does not use any solvents. So everything that we're gonna do tonight is just gonna be with good old H2O with some water. We're gonna use some dry ice, and we're gonna use ice, temperature, or heat and pressure to make all types of amazing extracts. So let me give you a quick, showing. I'm
gonna step out.
So we're gonna make. Let's see if this can work. So we're gonna show you guys how to make a bunch of different types of extracts. This right here that I'm showing you is some pre-done dry ice extraction that we did.
Don't do that. Don't do it. Okay.
No. Might burn a little bit. Give you some allergies. So we're gonna show you how to take your trim, so like your trash and everything from your plant that you wouldn't be putting in your pipes. We're gonna be turning trash to hash. So this is some dry ice extract that I previously did. And here, ultimately, by the end of the show, we're gonna show you how to make some solventless rosin. So rosin is a very high quality extract, and it's going to sell for a ton in dispensaries.
And delicious.
Yes.
Trust me.
And so, we want to show you how easy it is to make it at home. Now, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. But yeah, that's why we want to show you guys. So I guess one of the
can't wait.
Yeah. So I guess one of the first ways we want to show you is we're going to start doing some bubble hash. So we got Apollo here, who works with me here at GrowActive. He's going to be making bubble hash for his first time. So also later, I'm going to have Steve making hash for his first time. So I wanted to show you guys that this is, can all be done very easily. Just a little bit of guidance that we can give you.
I get what's going on here. He's like, pretty much, I'll let Steve do it. If Steve can do it, literally anyone can do the thing.
Absolutely.
I get what's going on now. That works. That method works. That actually works. Okay, well, I'm ready, man.
Cool. All right, well, let's get to it. So first
Apollo.
we're going to show Apollo. So Apollo's going to be making some bubble hash here. So we want to show you, number one, we have a wash machine. So this helps agitate all of the plant material and the water and the ice, and this is going to help knock the trichomes free so that we can collect them later on in the process.
Is this an actual, did someone make this to wash your clothes, that live in a park somewhere?
Yeah, so actually back in the day before these things were labeled for bubble hash washers, these were college dorm room washers that we would have to scour all over the town for.
I like it. Okay.
So I guess first, so this is the washer, and then we also have the wash bag. So this is what's going to hold all of your plant material in the washer and not let it loose out into the water and ice. And then we have, these are different micron
Black belt, purple belt. I'm a black belt.
Exactly.
I get it.
So these are all going to sift different grades of hash once we're done washing it. So first, I guess, let's have Apollo. Why don't you,
Apollo, I'm your assistant here.
load up the bags. So he's going to load it up. We have a bunch of trim material that we're going to load in there. We're going to put in there with a little bit of ice. So he's going to just get it loaded up. Show some of that. Yeah, so this is just your trim.
You call that waste? I call that a good time. I don't know what these guys are talking about. I don't know what these guys are talking about. Taking me back right now. I know a guy is, never mind, allegedly down the street.
Dump it in the bag.
Yep.
And this bag is unlike those or pretty similar to one
It's
of
very similar to
Okay.
these. So this one is just all enclosed. So again, so that we're not having a whole bunch of plant material fall out into the actual water that we're going to use to extract. Okay. This is about the same size. This should be about a 220 micron screen, which is also the same size as the first bag that we're going to use to trap the trichomes.
So this is stuff that falls on the floor in your grow room. This is stuff that is this just after your clippings?
So this is what we call flower trim.
Okay.
So flower trim is really like the sugar leaves that are around the buds that are getting trimmed off. Hey, keep your hands out of there.
It's like Dave Chappelle and somebody forgot to do their shirt laundry. All right, go on, sorry.
So there's different kinds of leaves on the plant, if you're familiar with cannabis. So one is the fan leaves,
Okay.
Which those are the solar panels essentially for the plant to take in the light energy. And then to have photosynthesis take place. Yep, you remember some of this. And then, which is going to power the plant to grow. Also, there is these sugar leaves that are up closer to the buds and inside the bud sites.
Okay.
And that's what you're taking off during the trimming process.
Okay.
So that's what is all in there.
Unless you're my guy and then you leave it on there. And you get it? Nope.
Cool.
Let me get the camera. We got it. All right, get it.
I got a video we can go through.
All right.
All right, we should be back up.
So.
All right, we're back.
Hang on, I'm gonna let it.
Oh, you got that? Or the mics?
No, I got the mics on and the interview off.
What's she
All right,
like?
give it back to us. I won't trip on anything anymore. I'm tripping. We're back. All right. Nothing happened. All right. What
All right, back to normal. Go. Sorry about that, guys. Technical issues.
That was you guys. That
Yeah.
was not us. I don't know what happened to their computer. I think something happened to their computer.
All right, so Apollo now has his baby there.
Okay.
So we're gonna get this thing into the wash machine. So first, let's put down a layer of some ice in there. So this is just normal, just regular old ice that we're putting in. So one of the things that makes this process, where the trichomes break free is it's all about the cold. The colder that you can keep the material when you're extracting, the more trichomes you're gonna have to break off. So just get a little, yeah, there you go. And then here, you can throw me some water and I'll help you pour it in.
Okay, I got to be paying attention.
Yeah, so we're just dumping some water in here just to get the bottom of it filled up.
Regular tap?
No, so this is purified water. So
Okay.
you want to be as clean with everything as you can. We don't really want any of the chlorine and all
As
that
long as it ain't
stuff
that
in
Nestle
there.
bull crap. Am I right, everybody? I'll make a political stand right here.
Yeah.
This is Beau's deal. I don't care. This getting barely attached to it. I'll say what I want. Craig, we got any questions from the audience while we got here? We good? You look through those. We'll be good. We'll be good.
All right, yep. Go ahead, pop
good.
it on in there. Yep, here.
Oh, wow.
Flip it sideways.
Okay.
All right, and then now let's get some more ice and water in there.
I would drink water, Craig, if this is my tea bag. This is like my tea bag. I would drink water all the time. I'm a notorious no water guy.
Just a little bit
I've trained
more.
my body to not need it. I know what you're
Yep.
thinking, Apollo. That sounds crazy. Well, I'm here to tell you it's true, okay? I don't need it. All right, Oh, man.
So guys, one of the hard things with this show too is just showing you the whole processes. So we want to try and do this as fast as possible. So please, if you do have any questions, please chime in.
They're asking how much you can fit in one of those micron bags usually.
So it really depends on the material. I would stay with something about 1/4 to 1/2 pound of trim is where you should be in the ballpark of. But just as long as it's got enough room to kind of move around and get shaken through, it's going to be, pretty good. But I would say generally anywhere from like 1/4 to 1/2. So, no, let's start with that there. So, and also for you guys too, I'm also not a hash expert. I've been making bubble hash for years and years and years, and I've just started messing around with different forms of, what I'm going to show you guys later on is dry ice extraction and also rosin extraction. But this is really just a learn as you go kind of thing. Really, again, this is Apollo's first time he's going to be making bubble. I had him watch one YouTube video today.
Yeah, that's how we got started too. Cool.
So, and so this is, again, there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can really make making hash an art, and it really is. There's all types of different ways from all over the world that cultures have been making hash for hundreds and thousands of years. So there really is an art form to it, but we want to show you guys kind of how easy it is, and then let you start to refine your techniques over time, just like, I have with mine, and the way that we've done it for years before we could exchange information openly. So there probably is some better ways to do things, I will say that, than what we might show you tonight, but we're going to get you from A to Z completely.
We got a question. What is that machine called, and how much does it cost?
So it is called a Bubble Magic wash machine.
And can we get one here?
Yes. Yes, so we have them in stock. I believe that they're about $180. And that would also come with the bag.
With the thing, with the bag filled in here, it also
not filled. What?
Also, what? Beau, you don't got it, man. Come on, I'm trying to help.
That's an extra charge.
Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. All right,
I'm not going down. I ain't going down tonight. Come on, mate, on cannabis. Try to bring me down tonight, okay? I'll put it out there. I don't care.
So one of the things, as we've been talking, the material, because it's been dry, is now getting saturated. So the plant material itself is getting less brittle, and just the trichomes are getting cold. And so they're going to break off really easily while leaving a lot of the plant material, like the chlorophyll and leaf matter, is going to be left behind, and we're not going to get, a whole bunch of kind of leafy type of plant taste at the end.
Well, this is exactly like when me and my buddies, I would accidentally wash a bag. My mom would wash my pants, and I would have a bag in there, and then we'd stick it in the microwave to try to dry it out. It's exactly the same thing going on, except it's so much better. This is amazing. Okay, so this, because it's getting cold, so it has to be cold water.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the colder the better?
Colder the better, because that's what's going to keep the oils intact. Anytime that the THC is oil. So once that starts to warm up, that's going to smear, kind of. It's not going to stay in like a glob, let's say, and be held together. And so it's way easier to harvest the THC oil when it's cold, as opposed to, actually like at 32 to 34 degrees, and if not lower, as we're going to show you later on with some dry ice.
Sidebar, now when medical patients do get hash and resin, all those types of butters and waxes, all that stuff, is it better to keep those cold, like on a consistent basis, or?
So it really just depends on the kind.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
But I would say if you are getting,
I've left mine in a hot car, and I'm like, where did it go?
Well, yes.
It melts everywhere, and you're like, man.
Definitely, you shouldn't have it exposed to extreme heat or anything like that.
Okay,
yeah,
so I get it. I'm a moron. I understand. I'm gonna make hash tonight.
I mean, we do that. So anyway, let's get rocking here. So we're gonna just turn this machine on, and then I'm gonna show you a little bit more. So we're gonna get this thing mixing around. Yeah.
What is this thing, battered? Oh, it's plugged in.
Yep.
Oh, get on.
So that's just gonna spin around just like a wash machine.
Already. Hey, I got some socks in my car. You mind if I grab that?
Yeah, go ahead. Throw them on in.
This is Stinky Steve brand here. It's gonna be the best. Okay.
So as you can also already see, I mean, the water's getting way darker by every single turn. So that's all the trichomes are going to be falling out into the water that we're going to collect later on. So I guess let's have you line the buckets. So I want to show you guys also how to, just basically what you're doing when you get these bubble bags is what we call them, or bubble hash bags. So they come in a bunch of different sizes in a set. We're going to be showing off a 5-bag set tonight. There's also, you can buy them individually. There's 5-bag sets, there's 8-bag sets, there's every kind of set that you would ever want. I personally like the 5-bag sets a lot more because it offers you a good layer of filtration, the first 2 levels, and then I like to have the last 3 as my different grades of different types of bubble hash. So all we're doing is lining one into the other. We're starting with the smallest micron going into the bucket first, and then stacking up to the biggest one, which would be a 220 micron screen. So, and as you can see, there's kind of no trick to it. You're just having it line the bucket. That way when we go and empty this wash machine out, it's going to just go right into there and be filtered. So,
how long do you want that working in the Bubble Magic?
So anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes. That's all a technique too on how to make different types of hash. So how long you're doing your extractions for or having the machines work is going to lead to different grades. Tonight I would like to show you guys how to get the most out of what you're growing at home. There is connoisseur grades out there. Sometimes on the machine I'm going to show you a little bit later on with dry ice extraction, there's people out there that will run their machine for anywhere from, say 10 to 30 seconds to just get the most purest trichomes that are ready to fall off. And then that gets turned into 1 grade of hash, and then, all the way down the line.
Yep.
I run mine for 10 minutes because I want the most. I worked hard, I've been growing these plants for a long time, every night in the garden watering them. I spent all this time collecting all the trim and trimming up my buds to make sure that they look pretty. I might like to think I'm a connoisseur, but hey, I don't need the connoisseur A grade all the time, and I really want to get the most out of my garden, that I've invested so much into.
Just getting your endocannabinoid system boosted too. You gotta get all those things, baby. Oh man, that sounds good. So a good 10-minute. Will this continue to just get darker and darker? Or is
Yes.
It wow, because it's already, you can tell that it is way darker than it was when you first turned the thing on. Now these, I noticed Apollo was putting these in layers. These are all in one bag. Now, if you want to scan down to there, do we want to explain what's going on in here? Because this is beautiful.
So he has lined the buckets with the different grades. Just make sure. Yep. Cool. So these are all
checking
different.
Your work, Apollo.
Yep.
I don't know. Jeez Louise.
These are all different size micron bags that are just
I get it.
just lining the inside of a 5-gallon bucket. There's nothing really special to that. They're just going to stay.
Nothing special about the bucket?
Nope, nothing special about the bucket.
Okay.
Just the bucket.
They're $14 here if you want one, though. This special black one. Buckets are the best ones here. I don't know. It's cool.
All right. Actually, I think they're like 9. So.
Oh, 9.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
that's
that's a lot for a bucket.
Hoosier Sophisticate discount.
We got Tim up.
We got it. Wait a minute. Oh, man, I paid more. I'm an idiot.
All right. So I guess while this machine's running, we're going to have Apollo do 2 washes with this material.
Okay.
You might want to throw a little bit more ice in there to make sure that it stays cold. So we're going to run the material twice. So he's going to empty the machine, and then he's going to refill it up with some water, put some more ice in there, and then wash it again to make sure that we're just getting everything that's there. That's
so good. Let me get a whiff of that. Oh, get out of here with that nonsense right
Yeah,
now.
that's good.
Now, is it good to have clean hands when you do this? Because I noticed Apollo didn't wash his hands when he came back. When he came back from the bathroom. Do you care to explain? He gets it.
So I do want to say, where is the gloves? So we always do wear gloves.
See? Where are the COVID gloves at? Come on, everybody.
We always do wear gloves when we're doing this, and then so this is the first time on camera, and that was one of the things that I guess I forgot. They're around here somewhere. Hold on.
I don't know, guys. It seems like I just figured something out. Gotcha journalism. That's what Hoosier Sophisticate
You got me
is.
again with your gotcha
Hey,
journalism.
yeah, exactly. Hey, send them to go look for those gloves, Craig. I'm just kidding. I didn't eat dinner. Okay, don't judge me. I didn't eat dinner. This looks delicious. Okay, so this is what is happening here. This is the.
No, actually.
No? Okay, I didn't
So
listen
what
very
we're
well
going
today.
to do with this is dry ice extraction. So that's what I'm going to show you guys now.
How did you get this? Did you explain that already and I missed it?
So I did this as a warm up so that I would have some
Okay.
things to show you guys, and
Okay.
just made sure that I had some good visuals. You know, I didn't come with any slides this time.
These are
You know,
way better than slides.
Yes.
Okay, these are far. Yes. I like the visual aspect of it. And the smell. The smell
Definitely.
is delightful.
Instead of NPK, I figured show you some keef and rosin.
It does kind of smell like my laundry from college, though. I do have to admit. I do have to admit.
So I guess now I'm going to
Okay.
show you guys how dry ice works. And I'm going to do that on this machine over here. So this is a Green Bros Alchemist 215. Is the gloves around? Oh, cool.
There it goes. I want some. I want some too.
All right, so this is the Alchemist 215. This is a dry ice extractor by the company The Green Bros. They make all types of amazing things in the cannabis industry. A lot of stuff for commercial grows, but there is some stuff for, let's say, the larger home grow. And this would be one of the machines. They also make a 215 trimmer that is just absolutely unreal. But we want to show you how easy it is to run this machine right here, because once I got one of these, it changed my life. So basically this is a extraction box. So underneath these panels here, there's a micron screen that is the same type of microns that we used in the bags for the bubble hash that we just lined that 5-gallon bucket with, and that was that wash bag.
Can I touch this?
Yeah.
Yep, that's a screen.
Yep. That's a
Clay mentioned earlier that it's the same type of screens that they use for screen printing. So a lot of people, old school, used to use like T-shirt screen printing screens to press bubble line.
This is a T-shirt screen printing screen.
Well, same idea.
You'll have to explain screen printing to me. You know what, let's go ahead and do that now. What Okay.
So this machine is actually, it's on a motor and has a timer built in.
Okay.
And so once you release the safety over here, the box is free to spin. And this is going to rotate with dry ice and some trim material in there. So I'll show you guys how we load this thing up. So
I'm getting a very David Copperfield vibe from Beau right now. Like he's gonna ask me to get underneath the table and stick my head in it, and he's gonna spin it and be like, "See," and then we'll come out and be like, "Hey, everybody, what's up?" It'd be great.
So if you guys see, this is one of the screens. So, yep, exactly. And then this in here is just an open box. So, and each one of the 4 panels of the box is all a screen.
What are all those mirrors in there for? I got his tricks. There are no mirrors, guys.
All right, so
Apollo's like, I knew it. He's been tricking me. All these mirrors in there.
So I'm just going to take some trim material again, and we're just going to dump it into the top here. This trim material, also, what I do with my trim is once I get done, trimming up my buds, I collect all of my trim and I put it into like Ziploc bags and I keep it in the freezer.
Okay.
Just to make sure that all the trichomes are staying cold and everything's being preserved the best that it can be. So, this right here, you can see that's some really nice trim.
That's great. That's great trim.
So,
Great.
just throwing this all in there.
So,
And then we're gonna use probably about half of this one.
how full can you get this baby?
Oh, you can get it pretty full.
Pretty full?
Pretty full.
Do you want to ever compress it, like to
No.
put more in? Okay.
No, because this is all about surface area. So the more surface area that we can expose.
Do you ever want to grind it up before you put it in there?
No. Because that's going to shred the plant material too much, and then you can start to bring plant material through the screen. So
Gotcha.
the whole process, again, it's kind of the same thing as the bubble hash, is that we're trying to freeze the plant material in place while making the trichomes brittle and break off.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we just got some in there. I'll show you guys. Yep, just the box in there.
Hold on, let me get a zoom in there.
And then we're just going to throw some dry ice in there. Yeah.
Here, can you show them one more time? Let me light that up real quick. If
Oh,
you can
yeah.
Tilt that down. We can. Here, just stay right there. Let me light this baby up. Cause you got to get a good look at what's in there. Is that better?
Oh yeah. You got a good idea of trimming that.
Trim. Is that what they're calling it these days, the kids? I don't know. I'm out of the loop. 36 years old. Dang it. I made a joke that I was 50 the other day and no one laughed. It really kind of like hit home for me. You know what I mean? I was like, God, people just think I'm 50 now? Jesus. Well, that's dry ice, huh? Where do you get that?
From good old Schnucks.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've broken up the dry ice because you want it to be, you don't really want any big pieces in there to break these screens. These screens are very strong, but they are very fragile at the same time. And these machines are not cheap. So
How much is this?
This guy's about $6,500.
That's it?
Yep.
Jesus. It's more than my car.
So
Can I drive this home? I'd rather drive this home. Roll.
it rolls, yeah.
Twisted metal, the guy in the big wheel. I could be that guy.
So you just want to be very gentle with it, and you want to, just make sure that you're not putting any big pieces of dry ice that could break those screens, or any big stems that could ultimately poke through. Especially when they're in contact with the dry ice, they're going to get extra hard, and
Aren't we all?
All right, so
Sorry. Sorry, Craig.
we expect it from you.
Greg, you
We expect it from you. It's all right.
I know people don't. They know. How dare you? Oh man, just putting a little snow in there.
Yep. So that should probably be about good.
So just two.
So usually you would use about a pound and a half of trim to 1 pound of dry ice. That's what Green Bros recommends the mixture to be. So a pound and a half of trim or bud to a pound of dry ice per run. Because you ultimately want it to be gone. Like you want it to have melted by then. And that's also why we want to break it down too, is so that it has an easier time dispersing and just, again, surface area, more contact.
Okay.
So once everything's loaded in, we're gonna pop the screen back on.
Is
And
eating
lock it
dry
down.
ice bad? Yeah, no. So you want to dare me? You double dare me to eat a piece? You dare me to eat a piece?
Also, these are the collection screens. So you guys at home might be familiar with keef in the sense that that bottom plate on the bottom of your grinder. So when you grind everything up and you get that powder at the bottom of your grinder, That's what the keef is falling on. So this is the bottom of our grinder, except we have 3 additional bottoms of the grinder. That
No one likes a braggart, Beau. Yeah, we get it.
So, just gonna pop this guy on.
Is this what he does all day? Apollo's like, come look at this thing. It's my grinder. People are like, yeah, we got it.
So, yeah, so basically once that is in there, we're gonna make sure that the safety's unlocked so that this is free spinning. You also wanna make sure that everything is closed and locked down tight, right? And then all you're gonna do is turn this baby on. So that's gonna sit there and it's gonna spin for about 10 minutes now.
Look, did you see the little smoke shoot out of there? Ah, it's like a little steam engine. This thing's great. Toot, toot.
So this is just going to stay like that, and it's just going to keep aggregating everything, and all the trichomes are going to start to fly right on out. Right on. So while this guy's spinning, let's go back to...
How long you do this bad boy?
It's about 10 to 12 minutes.
Pretty much same as that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back over here.
Yeah, so now we're going to go back over with Apollo here. Let's move that over there. And Apollo is going to do his first dump. So the machine is done washing for the first time. So everything is just sitting in here. All the trichomes have collected now down to the bottom. So we're just going to bring the bucket up, and he's going to start to empty it just right into the bucket. And you can see how brown that water is now. So he started off with purified water and ice, and you can see everything that's staying into that water.
Oh, it looks like sweet apple cider vinegar. Wait, that's not delicious.
So we're just gonna keep it draining.
You guys know what I'm talking about. This is Hoosier Sophisticate. I will make sure. Oh, that was quick.
Yep. All right, so why don't you, here,
Want me to top that
take
off?
it like that,
Top it up.
empty everything out. Cool.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah,
Jeez, that's easy.
so that's the first run. So we're gonna wash it a second time just to make sure that we got everything out of there. Now again, this is all a technique of, we're doing this because we're home growers. We've made the investment into our garden, and we want to get the most product for our return. So there is all different types of techniques that can leave you with, better quality or worse quality. But when you get into just that art of hash making, again, I just want to stress that there's, hash making is truly an art, and you can see from everybody that's doing all different types of extracts out there that it's just really fun and really creative, and it really brings on another science level of just how creative that you can get. And it's truly one of my favorite things. I've been a huge fan of making bubble hash for a long time. And now, again, I'm just playing around with some other stuff. So Apollo's getting the machine loaded back up here. You can keep a little bit less water in it this time. Yeah.
Apollo, you want to say hi to the crowd?
No. Okay.
Dude, I almost didn't do that joke because I'm like, I don't know if Apollo would get it to do. You're on the show.
He's on the show.
You're on the show. Sorry, I hope you're paying him well because we're poaching him right now.
Absolutely.
Hoosier Sophisticate, we got him. I'm a headhunter. I'll get him.
You pay well.
No, not at all. We're terrible. We're terrible. We don't pay well.
Sounds like all my job.
No, we have fun though. Actually, this is way more fun.
You got pretty cool friends, except maybe not this cool.
I know. Dang it. So another 10 minutes in this thing?
Yeah, so we're just gonna let this thing spin all over again while everything that's in the bucket is having a chance to settle.
Oh, yeah.
A good time right now in between to show the Can of Convict update.
Yeah.
For a few
Yeah,
minutes
let's
and
do
then
that.
let this stuff roll for a minute. Does
Okay.
that sound good?
Yeah,
We got a
definitely.
little update from Christina Fromer from the Can of Convict, a little prisoner of war update, war on drugs, prisoner of war. So we're going to jump over to that, and we'll
Follow
be back
'em.
in just a few minutes. Guys, follow the Can of Convict project. Follow GrowActive
Yeah,
Solutions
yeah.
on
Yep.
Instagram. Guys, there's a couple of giveaways, by the way.
Yep.
If you tag a friend who needs a certification, and after their name write cert, they'll be entered for a certification, MMJ certification. And then also, if you know anybody that wants a house and garden nutrient pack, you're going to type their name, you're going to tag somebody, and write grow afterwards. Guys, we're going to get a little update here from the Can of Convict project. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Hi guys, it's Christina with the Can of Convict Project. Hope you're enjoying the show this evening. I am here to give you an update on our POWs. Clay has been asking me to do this for you guys, and I have decided to finally put aside my camera shyness and do this on a video for you. So here we go. Let's see what our guys are up to. First off, I want to update you about Robert Franklin and Trevor Saller. They are two of our POWs who are currently stuck serving their full sentence because they were charged and convicted under a statute that has been completely repealed. It has been replaced by another statute, but this new one has parole eligibility, but they are not entitled to that due to their conviction being under this particular statute that it is. So we've reached out and gotten in touch with their private attorneys, their previous attorneys who are still taking actions on their behalf, and they this week finally got back with me and are willing to collaborate with us so we can all put the best minds in the state on this together. The more the merrier. There's plenty of work to go around, so I am super excited to get our calls set up with them. So we should be having updates for you in the near future, but we've really got to find a solution for these men because Robert is currently serving time on his 22-year sentence and Trevor on his 13-year sentence, and again, no parole eligibility. Absolutely ridiculous. Next we have Nicholas Glayhold and Zachary Nutt. So these are two co-conspirators that we were reached out about, and we've been in communication with them for a couple months now, as well as their families. We were finally able to get in touch with their previous attorneys as well, who have agreed to collaborate with us for their benefit. Zachary Nutt is currently still waiting through the plea process. He hasn't gotten sentenced or anything like that as of yet. He's still in Versailles County Jail. He hasn't even been sent off to the big house yet. So he's got a couple more steps before some other action can be taken, but he's already submitted his plea, which was done at the beginning of May. And his co-conspirator Nick, we've been in touch with him as well. He received, I believe, 5 years. It may have been 6 years, and he served half his time already. So we're trying to find creative ways to see if we can potentially get him out early, since he's done about 50% of his time so far. So stay tuned for that. We'll see what we can come up with, see what the other attorneys are able to dream up, and if we can all do something to get them out early. Next, I'm sorry to inform, I'm sure everyone's seen this on Facebook. It's a really messed up situation. Adela and Aaron Wisdom were arrested at the end of last week. They are currently facing 2 criminal charges. So there's not much that we can say right now about that because of the activity that's going on with it. It is still an active investigation, an active case. We've given them full access to our board, and I know they're reaching out to a couple other attorneys so they can have the best minds on their case possible and create their dream team. So we'll we'll just kind of keep an eye out on that. Again, not much can be said about it as of just yet. We've got a bunch of new projects in the works that we're really excited about. They're in their infancy, so I don't have a ton of information, but we are actively seeking out attorneys throughout the state who want to do some pro bono work for current MMJ patients here in Missouri who are being charged still criminally, who are getting their medicine taken away by the police, who are being violated on their probation. So there's a lot of needs that we're trying to fill, and so our attorneys are reaching out to their contacts throughout the state. We've been able to bring several of them have agreed to donate their services. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited about it. Again, it's in its infancy. We'll keep you posted. We did welcome a new board member on. His name is Mark Paracini. So we're very excited to have him. He's an attorney and a CPA. So he's got a lot of 501c3 experience, and we look forward to putting him to work. We've got plenty of it. I want to say happy belated Father's Day to all of our POWs who were recently released. I'm beyond words excited that you guys were able to spend this time with your families. Seth enjoyed Father's Day with his son and his family out in California, and it looks like they had a blast. Charlie was able to be home with his daughters and the rest of his family, which is a true blessing. And Chris Simpson, who was recently released, is not a father, but his dad has been his biggest advocate his whole time in incarceration. And I am so excited that they got to spend this past Sunday together. So happy Father's Day to all of you. Welcome home. And then finally, I just want to say again, thank you to the community. Thank you. We love you. Your support means everything to us. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep these guys' conversations alive. There's so many more that we're not even aware of. Please reach out if you know anybody. Again, nonviolent cannabis POWs here in Missouri. And thank you to our board. You guys are brilliant. I love you. Your input is priceless. Some of you have been advocating for this exact conversation long before the Cannabis Content project was created. Your insight is priceless. Thank you to everybody. So I'll be back next week, hopefully, with a recorded update. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of the show.
Welcome back, everybody. And that was Christina Frommer from the Cannabis Content Project. That was amazing. Thank you guys for staying tuned. I want to remind you that if you have a friend that needs a certification, you can go ahead and tag them in this and write CERT after their name, C-E-R-T. And it is brought to you by, come on, you amateur. It's brought to you by My KC Green Wellness and Kansas City's most trusted source for medical marijuana certifications. Our clinic offers 5 licensed and practicing physicians that are always looking for healthier alternatives to assist the people of Missouri. My KC Green is committed to the convenience of the patient. Our clinic offers flexibility with scheduling, as well as in-person and or telemedicine appointments. My KC Green can be found just south of the Berry Road and I-29 exit along Prairie View Road. Easily accessible for all those located north of the river in Kansas City. Tag someone who needs a certification, guys, and write CERT after their name. We will enter them for a free MMJ certification. Now we're going to kick it back to Beau, Steve, and Apollo.
All right, guys.
And we're back. Are we back? You got our mics on, big boy? All right, we're back. Go ahead.
Cool. All right, guys.
What we got going on? We got it.
So the Alchemist is done spinning now. Woo! So our first run of dry ice extraction through the Green Bros Alchemist 215 is all complete. So now I'm going to show you how to harvest this thing.
Okay.
So it's pretty simple. All we're going to do is we're going to unlock this front panel here just by moving these. And then just going to bring it on down. And there we go. So this is one panel off the Alchemist 215. We spun this for about 10 minutes or so while we were on that break. And this is what we came out with on one of the sides. So let me show you. So I just use a scraper. When you're dealing with this big.
I'll use my tongue if you want me to.
And so all we're gonna do is we're gonna take it and we're gonna scrape it down the pan.
Oh, I used to do drywall. This is way better.
Oh yeah.
God. Wow. How many grams do you think that is?
So I'm not too good at.
Oh, come on. Give
Guessing
me a
the
rough
weights.
guesstimate. Come on, man.
If I was gonna guess, that's probably at least a quarter ounce, so about 7 grams.
And what do you do with all that?
So
Is it-
this, I use an anti-static brush.
Okay.
And what you can do is you just take it, kind of just wipe it along the top there, get some of that excess off, and then kind of just down the sides. And just brush it on down.
Oh, you Picasso bastard, you.
Oh yeah, I'm way better at this than I am at art.
Art class, you're like, I won't have to pay attention to this brush stupid thing. Oh, no, now look at me. Wow.
So again, that's all just
one panel.
That's one panel. Whew. So, and that's just what was hanging onto the screen there. So again, I'm gonna just take this down, collect it up.
I know it is.
And let's give it the old dump.
The old college tap.
Yep. Put the panel back on, secure it back in place. And then I'm gonna rotate it around so we can get to the next screen.
Do it again, Beau. Do it again. Oh, jeez.
And there we go. Another one, just about all the same. So I'm gonna take this again, just brush it off.
Oh, good idea.
I'm doing this really quickly. You should do this a little bit more carefully. As you can see, I got trichomes flying all over the place. But I'm just gonna try and get this done for you guys as quick as possible.
So do you know if the dry ice is all gone or not?
So I could hear it in there a little bit.
Okay.
So it's probably not all gone, but it's probably getting close.
Gotcha.
So for our next run, we are going to load it back up again with a little bit more dry ice.
Okay.
You guys can see that.
And is that stuff ice cold? Like if you
No,
touched it?
no. Yeah, go ahead. You want to touch it?
Hold on, let me get. I ain't got no gloves. I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There you go, Apollo. Give him some shit.
Hey, you're not on the show anymore. What the heck? You're off the show. We fired him already. He's like, good. I never want to be on your stupid show anyway.
So here, guys, I'll just show you a little bit of
Oh
this
my
without
God.
hopefully knocking it off there.
It's not cold. It's not very
Right.
cold at all. It's like body temperature. It's delicious too.
All right, and then we're gonna pop it back on.
The text line says, $6,000, you say.
Yeah, come on in. I will say this. I don't know what Green Bros' minimum advertising price is, so I am a little bit reluctant to kick out prices there. But if you are interested, give us a call. We'll definitely, help you guys get your hands on one. This machine will change your life, especially if you want to get into extractions, or you got a lot of buddies who don't do anything with their trim. This thing can really pay for itself
Well,
in quite a short time.
I don't even want to get into the questions of this. What with trim, as the way the law states, you're supposed to like get rid of what does it say with Amendment 2 as far, Craig? Look that up. What does it say? You're our guy. With like your trim, because I've always asked about, you're supposed to get rid of it or something, but this is one way of getting rid of it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is how you're going to make most extractions. Now, can this
I
be
would
turned
say-
into anything else? Like, can this be turned into an oil or an RSO or something to that, or edibles? Can this be?
Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, number one, you can do tons of things with keef. Everything from just having fun and just like rolling your joints in it or putting some on top of your bowl. You can also decarb it and use it in gummies. You can use it in a coconut oil mixture. Really just any way to just infuse that THC again. Okay. Because again, this is just those THC glands. So.
And the cold has no effect on it.
No, nothing at all.
Like when you heat it up to a certain point, it, like vaporizers will combust them at a certain temperature. It doesn't matter how cold you get this. This is still delicious. You want to make some bread or something? Like that looks like, make some sourdough bread or something?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Like it looks like flowers of brown sugar. It looks like brown sugar. Doesn't it, kind of? What do you guys think at home about this stuff, huh? Craig, what are they saying at home? Are they squeeging in their pants? Are they? Hit it.
Beautiful. I love Keith.
Keith? Who's
Yeah,
Keith?
what's your favorite thing to do with keef, guys?
Yeah, what do
Come
you
on.
guys like to do with Keith?
Favorite things to do with Keith. Do they have is there a kind of a smaller version of this available, Beau?
So yes, there is. Not by the Green Bros. I do have some that will be coming into the store very shortly. They are, just a smaller home version of these machines. Now they have, they have them for anywhere between like $400, $1,000. I mean, you can even kind of make one yourself. The pro about the Green Bros is just that this thing has been manufactured from the ground up in the USA by military veterans.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. So the Green Bros are actually a really, really cool company in that sense. And so not only are you supporting the industry, but you're also helping to support, a military-owned business that is building stuff for the cannabis industry, literally from the ground up. A lot of the things back in the day used to be converted over from another industry. We're not a big enough industry, or they don't care about us as much to make things that are specifically for us. So it took specialized companies like the Green Bros to really get ahead of that and use their engineering to, in the cannabis space. Awesome. So I think I got one more panel to do here. So let's knock that guy out real quick. And also, I'm gonna show you guys here in a minute a much easier and cheaper and home way to do the same exact thing, and we're gonna get Steve making hash. So we're gonna do this panel, and then we're gonna go back to Apollo while he is gonna finish up with the bubble hash and get Steve here making some hash here pretty soon. So here, we're gonna
Stick
do this
around for
last
that. You're
panel.
gonna love it. Oh man, this thing is amazing, and the way it moves too, like you can tell it's a high quality piece of machinery.
Yes, it's so smooth and
Yes,
gentle.
yes.
You would think that it'd be very abrasive, but
It glides, baby.
Yes.
It is nice. Oh, look at all that.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Hold on.
Yeah, let me move my back.
Let me light that up. This is the weed porn people came to see right here.
Definitely.
Drooling all over their phones. I've never seen this before. Interesting. Waste not, want not.
Absolutely. So
It's fucking beautiful.
How about like the keef around here? Is that just because you're?
that's just because I'm going fast.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But guys, again, I'm also a student as well as a teacher. We've been, making hash and doing this stuff for a long time. And so we can definitely help you guys, figure out where's your space in this and how might be best for you medically or per your conditions, how you can be making high, value medicine like this at your home, and very safely. So it's a very simple thing, and it can be very easy and very cheap.
I mean, this for patients who need copious amounts of of oil, of all that stuff. This is almost a must-have, something like this, where you can get a lot out of the stuff that people would throw away. I mean, is that a thing that people just throw away trim? Like,
absolutely.
It seems insane when you see stuff like this to be like, oh yeah, we just got rid of that trash bag of trim that we got off. It's like, no, don't do that.
But we can also help you here at GrowActive, you know, kind of, again, figure out your space in this. We work with a CBD company, and we consult them on not only their hemp grow, but as well as their CBD CO2 extraction. Okay. So, you know, again, we can try and help you guys do as much of this stuff as we can, and I will definitely take you to at least where my knowledge ends. Yeah. And, you know, really just help you guys out, because this is what it's all about.
This place is awesome too. Like the store you got here, I mean, this is amazing. I was dropping some Cal Mag knowledge on people.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like,
so you learned about his secondary nutrients.
You better watch something. So this place is awesome. If you haven't been to GrowActive Solutions, I recommend you just coming to check it out. The guys who work here are awesome. Apollo's okay, but that's pretty cool. All right, we're moving over to Apollo's section.
Let's have Apollo empty this guy out. I'm gonna reload the machine real quick and get that spinning. So you guys empty that out and get that flowing.
Oh, just me and you now, buddy. Me too. This is when the show really begins right here. It looks. I get $1 per word, right? Word, a word. I got all the words. What do you want to hear them? I'll read you a book on here. I don't care. Okay, so this stuff's been sitting for about 15, 20 minutes, the stuff that was in there previously. Does that matter?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
So you do want to do it as quick as possible, because again, cold is the name of the game. Apollo's been adding a little bit of ice to it while we were talking and taking up time.
Does it work better if you start with really, really cold water, or just add ice to it like you guys did, pretty much do the same trick?
No, so that water's been sitting in the fridge all day.
Oh, it has?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely. Because again, cold's the name of the game, and if we were to put that ice into room temperature water,
yeah, it takes a minute.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's going to take some time and not be as cold for that process.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Oh man, this thing's getting filled up. It's real frothy. It's a cold brew. Am I right? It's that much better.
I like it. It's like a weed margarita.
Oh man, I know. I just got home from vacation today, and they're making me do this crap, man. It's ridiculous. This sucks. I did this for you guys. This for you. See? I did this for you guys. I do this for me. All right. You got that going. Now what do we do over here?
All right, so now what we're gonna do is actually, why don't we get the wash machine out of the way, and let's show the people. Here, I want to show you guys what this bag looks like now.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't mean to put my back right to you.
Oh, you're great. Box me out. Box me out. Come on, man. All
right.
Shoot.
So now, I mean, this is just all that old material. So this is, you know, already been washed weed.
Is that useless?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I mean, you'd have to do some stuff to get this dry, and that's
I wasn't sure if you could, like, I don't know, take a bath in it or something. Maybe
I mean, you could.
Maybe I'll try that out.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to see that?
Rub a
I was
dub
wondering
dub
what the
Steve
tub
in the
was.
tub.
Yeah, the tub in the back of this place was for. Now I know. All right. Okay.
So, you just want to get this just emptied out.
Remnants.
And then, do you have any more water over there?
Let's say you took a cup and drank this.
No water? All right, no biggie. So normally what you would do if you had more water left over, which we do not,
Okay.
I would just say wash this. Oh,
Found it.
yeah, hey.
He's got Apollo's all over. Where'd you get that? Okay.
So we're just gonna wash the inside of it out a little bit here,
Okay.
just to make sure that everything's gonna go down. Here, let's get it emptied so you're flowing it. So we just want to try and make sure that we're getting as much out of the machine as possible and out through the hoses.
Yeah, because it's still got a little bit of amber color to it, or a little bit.
But we're also gonna, all right, let's stop there, or we're gonna probably overfill the bucket.
If it happens, it happens, you know. That's what I'm here for.
Tell us to stop.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. Can we put this in the ice bucket?
It burns.
All right, guys.
Okay.
So, we're gonna get the machine out of the way here.
That's a lot. Now we got the bucket up here. Okay,
Yeah.
is this water from you guys, or is your machine faulty? Let's get that out of the way right now.
So yeah, you don't necessarily want to be doing this on the nice like kitchen, like what, a tablecloth or anything. You don't want the wife or the lady
Okay.
to you know, have to beat you up or anything. But
Who told you?
hey,
So what, Jenny? She doesn't mean it.
yeah, I saw those marks on you last time. It's okay.
We can't. Yeah.
All right, so the machine, I always do kind of just like leak a little bit. Plus, we weren't always the cleanest. Yeah, so
It's fine.
whatever.
I'm just one of it.
So now this is really easy. So Apollo, just grab the first bag and start to pull it up.
It's simple.
Here, step to the side.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm not satisfied.
Yep. So this is the first bag. This is what's collecting all of like the trash. So
There's not much in there.
no.
A little
No.
bit.
Well, that's because hopefully all the trash stayed behind in the wash machine bag. And so there shouldn't be a whole lot in this one.
It doesn't have much.
So this is one thing that I've learned over time, is that I like using a bucket or a bowl to come up inside of the hash bag. So that way you can take a spoon and you can easily just take it right on off. Or just scoop it right on off the top there.
So this is. So you put it over the bucket opening. Oh.
So that way it keeps tension and you can just kind of scrape the bottom rather than having to reach into the bag and scoop out. Yeah. So now he's going to start emptying some of it out.
So this theoretically is the least
Yeah.
best.
This stuff we're probably just going to take and throw away, honestly.
No, you're not. Yeah, throw that away. Get rid of that. That was like a spoonful of medicine. Kind of looks like
but
somebody spitting it.
there's a whole lot of plant material in there. There's chlorophyll, if you can see. That's kind of why it's all green and brown.
It's more
so-
like borophyll, am I right? I had to, guys. He made me do it. He made me do it. All right, let me light this up a little bit. Is that helping at all?
Cool. So again,
man of
this
few
is-
words.
Yeah, so you're still always going to have some waste when you're doing some processing. So this would just be one of those wastes, you know. Again, this is just plant material, chlorophyll, little traces of leaf. Again, if you can kind of zoom in on it, you can see the green all in there. Yeah, a lot of brown and green. So, and then that's what, you know, again, we're just going to discard that. So now we're going to keep going down through the bags, down into the sizes where it's going to trap the different THC glands. So also too, you can also, like how we did we did 2 washings of this. You can also pull your material if you want to separate it between a first washing and a second washing. You know, so any way that you want to separate your qualities or your different washes, you know, is completely up to you.
Okay.
So now
We're getting into some of the good stuff.
Yeah, you can tell that already looks better.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just going to keep getting better as you go down. One of the things too that I've used as a technique
Looks like you're making cookies.
for a long time is being able to use some of the water that's in the bucket that's already nice and cold to help wash some of this material back down to the middle. That way you are making sure that you're collecting as much as you can.
Okay.
Because again, the more that we scrape it is going to create friction, which is going to create heat, right? So we want to keep it as cold as possible. And so using the water to wash it back into the middle, we'll show you that kind of on like one of these next buckets here. Again, these are like the first 2 work bags. Now you can also see the difference in the quality.
No doubt.
From the first time to the second time.
No doubt. That's a totally different look from that, just the first one to the second bag screen there.
Yes, absolutely.
Your yield's going to be less with each strain, right?
No, not necessarily. So your plant is going to have a majority of the heads that are a certain size. So a lot of like your more indica trichomes are going to come out between your 3rd and your 4th bag. Okay. And a lot of your sativa trichomes are going to come out between your 4th and your 5th bag.
Oh, okay.
So because they're just a smaller gland all around.
Okay, Craig asked if you're going to get less and less material with each bag, and he was wrong. He thought they'd get less and less. He was wrong. Right today.
Well, hopefully not.
He'll be right. Hold on. Actually, I know how this game works. He'll be right today, some way, somehow. Okay, let's see what we got going on in the yellow bag. Oh man, that's a nice little egg in there. It looks like a Reese's egg. That needs some... Oh, man.
So here, guys, I'll show you this technique. So I'm just going to take a normal glass and just dip it into this water here. And then we're just going to kind of just gently try and wash some of what's around the sides back down into the middle.
Cold's the name of the game.
Yep.
Keep that water cold, baby. Keep that one.
And just washing it down. Washing it down.
Tilt it a little more to the camera if you would. There we go. Look at that glob in there, buddy. Looks like tea.
Cool. Let me just hit it one time in the middle for you. All right.
So you didn't pour any directly on there. You were just pouring around to kind of center it, so it'd be easier to get out with the spoon.
Exactly. So, I mean, it doesn't matter if you were to get water back onto it or anything.
Gotcha.
It's just going to have to take a second to strain again, but as you see that quickly, most of it's gone. So also, as you get down to the other bags too, that are the smaller microns, it's going to take longer to drain as well. So, but for right now, we're still pretty free flowing.
Oh.
Jiffy.
I know. Like a chunky?
See, guys, I mean, this stuff it's very easy once you kind of see it done for the first time. Again, this is Apollo's first time making bubble hash. I made him watch one YouTube video this morning, and that's about everything that he's seen on it. In case you're wondering, that YouTube video is of Frenchie Cannoli. If you have never seen Frenchie Cannoli making hash, he is one of the godfathers. That's the guy's name is Frenchie Cannoli, right?
It was amazing to make hash.
And if you just type him into YouTube, you can find some really, really great information. And again, he's been doing this for a long time. He's one of the godfathers of making bubble hash. He will never, ever steer you wrong as far as information goes. So.
The bags are
in that one?
reusable for how many times?
Just as long as you keep it clean.
Take care of them? Gotcha.
Yep.
So now this is bag 4?
Yep.
Uh-oh, they didn't catch any crab in their crab traps. I've seen this episode. I've seen this episode before. Man, somebody stole our pods.
So-
What happened?
The other thing too, and
To you.
Thanks, Apollo. Appreciate it. That's enough. Shit. I'll eat it right now. Don't double dare me.
so I think this one's gonna.
If you drank that, just took a cup out of there, would you get, or do you need it to be?
you would
I guess you get a little medicinally with your endocanal. But
Yes. Yeah, because it's not decarboxylated, the THC is not orally active yet, so you can't just ingest
Is
it.
there any way by heating up that water to a certain temp that it would decarb, or does it need to be in an oven?
I'm sure if you leave it boiling long enough and steeping like some tea, that it could probably get decarbed.
Only one way to find
See now,
out.
guys. Now look at this. So see how much water's being held up in there.
Oh wow.
That's a good sign.
Oh man.
That means it's all clogged up.
Oh, you see it? Craig, you got any thoughts? All right, that pretty much sums it up for everybody watching at home right now. Again, we are
They
in.
asked what the noise was. That was the dry ice.
Yes.
And the
So
Okay.
I'm gonna empty out the dry ice sifter real quick.
Okay.
Show you guys again. So this was our second run. Also, while we were making bubble hash with Apollo, this did stop and I turned it on again.
Okay.
Which you shouldn't do from a quality standpoint, but again, from an extraction standpoint, hey, we're getting more out of it, right?
Okay.
So,
Beau, they asked what's the easiest way to clean the bags on the text line?
cold water. As soon as you're done, make sure you rinse everything with very, very cold water. And that's really the best
Really?
technique that I've ever found.
Okay.
So, yeah, because you don't really want to scrape it. You don't really want to put any solvents in it. You don't really want to use alcohol. I mean, I guess you could if you needed to, because it will dissipate, but I just err on the side of caution. And I personally just like using just cold water right away to
Okay.
rinse off as much as I can. So, guys,
So, what did you put? You put more.
You were tumbling earlier. Right?
yeah, oh yeah, so we've already got all this off of that trim, and now we're getting more.
So this is just you put a little more dry ice in there.
A little more dry ice.
Here with this guy. This guy and his magic.
So, and again, we're just going to scrape this down with the old paintbrush.
It's so simple. A fool could do this.
Yeah.
It's simple. I feel like I'm on the greatest infomercial of all time right now. This is a great.
So, but as you can see, though, this stuff is definitely a little bit more green in there and not as light tan.
Yep.
Right? So it does have some more plant material that's going to come through, which again, I mean, it's not necessarily bad, but for vaporizing purposes, right, you don't want to be really having a whole lot of plant material.
Let me do a little sidebar here too. You know when you're looking at sticky nugs, sticky nugs, when the trichromes look wet, you know, have that wet look to them, and then keef obviously looks more like the you know, crystals that you see on it usually. What's the deal with that? Do you want them to look a little wet on your bud? Do you want them to look more like a keef already, or what's kind of the deal with that?
So, I mean, that's an interesting question because everyone kind of falls into perspective, right? Okay. I would say probably. I mean, you kind of want them looking a little bit wetter.
Okay.
But that's I don't mean wet. I just mean full and like full of oil. So if you
Okay.
really hold them underneath a
Okay.
magnifying glass, then they look like they're just popping and like they're ready to like explode.
Gotcha.
That's when you got your
Gotcha.
glands like gushers, you know. That's kind of the more ideal.
Oh, gusher glands.
Gusher
Man,
glands.
now you're speaking my language. Yeah, because you know, keef doesn't necessarily give you that shiny look like some of the buds do that give you those shiny. Tricha.
Run on the first strain, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you can definitely see. I don't know if you can tell the
One's
difference.
kind of olive and the other's tan, right?
Yep.
Yep. So, and then we're gonna.
I want to make a Keith Castle.
Actually, let me put this back on. And then I'm gonna spin
I
it.
want to make a Keith Castle.
Me too, buddy. Let's play in this stuff after the show. Whee! Quit throwing sand in your brother's face. No, it's cool. Keep throwing it at me. It's cool. Oh, wow. How many times can you do this?
I mean, kind of really as much as you want to.
It's 2 about the...
2 is the most that I generally do. Every now and again, I'll try for 3.
Times are tough.
If it's just, if times are tough.
I've been there, man.
Or
I'm a resin guy.
Or if the second run looks just as good as the first.
Gotcha.
And you're not really getting any diminishing returns.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I gauge it, would be, judging by my first harvest, this pile here, comparative to what I'm going to get out of my second, right? And that's going to show you, kind of how much more might be there. So again, just scrape it on down.
Wow.
Yeah, as you can see, there's still a lot.
And you don't have to replace these probably ever.
No, no.
It's not like those are going to get... I mean, you probably would have to replace a screen before, but if you can see these screens are still perfect tip shot. Do you ever have a problem with these gumming up, or since you keep it so cold, it kind of negates that?
Well, no, actually, if you can see on there, there is a bit of debris on there. So
Sure.
this, tomorrow, off the camera, what you're not going to see is me putting in about 4 to 5 hours of work cleaning this machine.
Gotcha. Okay, that's good to know.
So again,
Like alcohol or something, or what do you use?
Yes.
Okay.
So alcohol, Green Bros also makes a resin breakdown specialty liquid stuff.
Okay.
That's non-toxic, perfectly safe. So that also works very well. But that's the thing, is when you have a piece of machinery like this, it only works as well as you take care of it.
Yep.
And so this is all fun and games until tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to be putting in about 4 to 5 hours on just probably
you need some
cleaning
help,
this machine.
Craig will be around if you need to.
Cool. Thank you very much for volunteering. I appreciate that.
No, because I noticed my grinders at home have gotten gummed up before to where you can't really, they're not, same exact deal. I used to have a huge space case, guys. I left it on the beach at Schwagstock. So if you're out there watching this right now and you found a giant space case on the beach in Schwagstock in about 2008, that was mine, okay, and I want it back.
Dude, space cases are this.
Dude,
I still
it was
have
the
my
best.
space case. It's right there in the.
It was this big.
Oh.
No, dude, I left it behind like an idiot. I left it on the beach. It was filled. You could put like an ounce in it. It was great. And it could collect keef like nobody's business. And everyone's like, who's the coolest guy with the coolest space case? And I was like, me. I had to raise my hand. I was like, me. And everyone's like, wow, that gives you value. Here, let's go back. Too much Steve. Is that what's happening on the text line right now?
I like the space case story.
Thank you. Thank you. Bo's with me here.
All right. So there's
That
one
still looks
last
pretty
panel.
good. And I mean, it looks about the same. You're probably not going to get different looking keef from different screens.
Over here to option full bag 4 here.
Okay, just check it out for a minute. Oh, there's a lot in there too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that looks really good.
Almost looks like quicksand or something. Now, will that continue to dry out and get more like this, or no?
Yes. So
okay.
that will actually become a completely, so not like this. It'll become its own consistency.
Okay.
Bubble hash is like very dense, where this is kind of stays. I mean, you felt this at the beginning. It's
it's
deceivingly dense.
Yes,
It
it
looks
is.
like sand, but
Yes.
it's like kinetic.
Kinetic sand. Yeah.
Yes. Where that stuff is actually going to.
Kinetic sand.
That stuff is actually going to come down and kind of form a ball, especially if you start to roll it or play with it with your hands a little bit. Then
Is it better to keep that colder while you're doing it, or will you put that in the fridge or anything?
I
or?
put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just to help get some of that moisture out of there and wait till it to dry up before you can ultimately, put it in your pipe.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Most time people.
That's what
Would
it's
you say
all
to me?
about.
I will.
All right.
Man. I like how you've repurposed a regular old drywall thing here. Apollo's using a spoon. No, but like
Just everything you
there's
can
a
find
market
right around
for
the
it, though,
house.
buddy. There's a market for that. Keef spoon. Your ketamine spoon. You were talking about that all day earlier. You literally wouldn't stop talking about. You wouldn't stop talking about the ketamine spoon and fork.
Funny. I thought it was funny that the place that was advertising ketamine spoons on Facebook had a little like fake fork with it.
We can't get it an ad because we have a Twain with a DMT and ketamine spoons are being sold on Facebook. What's wrong with you, Zuckerberg? Oh, okay.
That's
You're
Zuckerberg.
almost. You're getting a lot in the second batch. I mean, I was not expecting
No, that's a pretty nice little.
near as much. I wasn't even expecting you to do it twice.
Yeah.
Unexpected.
So this is the first run. This is the second run. Again, you.
Or is there one more?
No, I think that was all 4. I'll double check.
Yeah, I think you're right. Don't let Craig make you check. I think he spun it the other way.
Now you guys are teaming up on me. Yep, we're just about clean.
Oh, he did that just to make you feel good. He just tapped that out. He's like, Craig was kind of right. I could have cleaned this out a little bit more. Oh, you're too nice.
And then, to clean this guy out, this is kind of fun.
Okay.
So once you're all done with everything,
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
No, more like Price is Right.
Price is Right. Yeah, I knew what you were talking about.
there we go. Pop the top up.
Oh, yeah. There's a little chunker still left in there
Yeah.
of dry ice. Just real little chunkies.
Yeah, but you can see, like, you saw how much material we put in there.
Oh, my God.
So
What
that's
happened?
been robbed of all the good stuff.
Can you tilt it down a little bit for me? Oh man, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, I knew
That
it.
is incredible.
So, and then to empty this guy out, we just.
Are there mirrors in there?
There are mirrors in there, guys. He's tricked us all again. How'd he do it? And it's a lady's head. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
And she's empty. We're ready to rock.
Oh, jeez. Wow, I feel like,
Making some hash now?
yeah, I do. Give me that shake weight.
All right, so guys, real quick, I want to show you. We're going to have Steve making some hash here. So there's a way easier way to make dry ice extraction at home.
Have somebody else do it.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm going to get you to do it. Yeah. So we're going to get him making some hash here. So let me find my other material. Where did I put that? Oh, right here. So this right here, guys, so I want to show you this. This is a trim bin.
Ooh, Bobby Battlehawk would love that.
Trim bin.
And so this makes it really easy when you're trimming up your buds. This has a nice place where you can kind of rest your forearms in and use your scissors and manicure your buds up. Plus, this has a key screen already built into the bottom. So as you're trimming and as you're preparing your buds, you're also collecting keef from the bottom. And then the bottom here is solid.
Oh, so you can just clean it up off of there.
Exactly. So I use this as a double purpose for this Bubble Magic shaker. So this is this guy here, and essentially all it is one of those micron screens, right? Put onto a bag, and inside of it is just this little plastic bucket here. Yeah. So this is really simple, guys. It's very inexpensive. This guy's like $60, $70 here at the shop.
Okay.
And then what you do with this guy is you just put your material in.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shaking material. Shaking material. Oh, yeah.
And then you're gonna put in a little bit of dry ice. And then you're gonna put this cover back on it. Zip it down.
Not bad.
All right, Steve, you want to do the honors?
Yeah, here. Hold this.
Won't just
And so here, you're gonna do it over this.
natural habitat.
So tip it upside down?
Yep, go ahead, tip
shake
it
it?
up. Yep. You're gonna grab those handles.
Oh, you're dang right I am. Oh. I was born to do this.
So this is a really easy and very cost-effective way of doing the same thing that I was doing in the Green Bros extractor.
How are the vibes looking, bro? Yeah?
So again, this little shaker kit costs about $60, $70, and you can use it to do that dry ice extraction. So let's see how.
I don't know if I got myself in.
Oh, you gotta keep going. Here, let's see. Here, we're gonna take, after that short of a time, let's see what he's come up with already.
Holy smokes.
So all that's already on the bottom of the trim bin there.
As a trim bin.
And that was what,
Trim.
20, 30 seconds, and he's already complaining that he's had too much?
That was 5 minutes at least.
Keep going. Keep going.
I don't like the handles. I don't think I know.
Okay.
Handle it, you know what I mean?
I figured you'd be that shake weight kind of movement,
Yeah.
you'd be kind of good with.
Yeah, he was one of the founders of the tug toner.
The tug toner. I am not familiar with that one.
I sold all the rights to that. I don't Google anymore. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Yep. So now he's gonna keep doing that for a second. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna grab.
You're gonna stay right here because
No.
I can't do this for very much longer.
Oh yes, you can.
You want to give it a go?
Sure.
Yeah, come on, Craig. Give it a go. Here, I'll take the mic.
Shake it up. What do you got here?
Fun. I don't want to have all the fun tonight. Jesus, I'm sweaty. Rainforest sweaty. All right, Beau's behind the camera. Here's Craig and all of his magistry. Let's see if he can do it longer. All right, see if you can do it for 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake it harder. You gotta shake it harder. 4, 5, 6, 7. You're getting a lot out of here. So 8, 9, 10.
Now keep it in the box.
11. Yeah, you're getting all over. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're getting all up, like, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's only been 15 seconds, dude. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Come on, you got it. Shake it out, baby. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. You're hitting the thing now. You're hitting. Look at you. Oh, Craig messed it up. Beau. Oh,
Oh
Craig
no.
messed it up.
I broke it, dude.
All right, you did it for 30 seconds. You're good. You've proved your point. He accidentally touched the bucket in the bag though to the black thing, so I didn't do that.
Oh, Craig, way to screw it up.
I know.
Jeez.
You're a worse liar than you are. You're a worse liar than you are a dry ice shaker. fella.
Nothing's worse than that. I don't think I could do anything worse than that. Look at that. You're all smoking out of there. I know, dude. It's like, imagine if there's a bunch of little guys in there smoking it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They're blowing it out. Like, oh man.
Did you guys show him what's there?
No, not yet.
Here, let's take a look.
I felt like I was shaking ice out of this thing.
Let's see what Craig and Steve did. Oh, God.
Look at that.
That's a fair amount.
Yeah. And that's just from a couple minutes of
Look
shaking.
at that static, too. It's making it like pop up in the air and
And it'll
stuff.
pretty much, no doubt, it's popping out of there.
That's awesome. Holy
So you can pretty much keep shaking
hold on.
until the dry ice is gone.
Yeah. I mean, so again, how long you shake is going to depend on how much the material gets broken down, right? And
Show us
as
again
it
in
keeps getting broken down, you're going to release more plant material in there. So you just want to keep an eye on it just to make sure that you're not getting any plant material coming through or anything that just you don't want. You know? But yeah, you could definitely keep doing this because, I mean, this is still, you know, it's very clear.
We lost signal.
Oh, did we kick the? Here, did we kick it right there?
Yep, hold on.
When you're done shaking that, what do you do with it?
So once you're done shaking, then you can just basically, you know, just discard it.
Okay.
So whether that's putting
Scrape the screen or anything on the bottom of that, or?
yeah, a little bit. Just give it, you know, just kind of a once over. Just kind of like what I was doing. You can take the same brush. So also, guys, these anti-static brushes, they're just out of the trim bins. Each trim bin comes with, you know, this little stupid brush.
Nice.
But it does make your life a lot easier in the sense that, yeah, anything you kind of just brush right off there. As you can see, you know, stuff's just falling off. So, and then again, you can just keep going too. So,
I'm reading a lot of the comments on here.
yeah.
We're making everyone pretty horny.
Well, you haven't even got to the best part yet. So guys, I mean, this is a very easy way to make, you know, some dry ice keef at home.
So, just for roughly how much plant material made that out of that little shaker?
I probably put like an ounce in here.
That's a lot for an ounce.
Yeah, again, and also this is trim. This is not bud.
Right.
This is not, you know
Sure,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
This is stuff that you're not going to be smoking anyway. So it's about an ounce of that, which I mean, most
Now, does
people.
that have that kind of kinetic sand texture too, or
Yeah,
is that a little
good.
bit more? Oh yeah, it's not like it forms to your fingers. I would think it would be super fine. You
Yeah.
know, like it's. That is cool.
Oh, you can make a sandcastle out of that.
Oh yeah.
All right, take back over. I'm going back behind the scenes.
You're doing great back there, by the way. Everybody says Craig is doing great behind the scenes tonight. You might not see any of the comments. I kind of scroll through them. You're gonna take my word for it. They're saying a lot of it.
So, all right, guys.
So do you think you get you probably don't get as much with that as you do, or you think it's about the same? Like if you put the exact same amount in there and the exact same amount in here, do you think you probably get about the same amount, or?
I think so.
Really?
I mean, at
Okay.
least kind of close.
Okay.
You're gonna put a lot more energy,
Yeah.
a lot more time,
Yeah.
you know, into this way. But again, it's also, you know,
Trying to
a hundredth of the price, you know. And so, you know, not to take, you know, that Green Bros is worth every dollar, but this is a little bit more in, you know, everybody's home gardening budget.
Gotcha.
You know, and especially a way to help you increase that budget. You know, this is, again, you're turning trash into hash.
Oh, sure.
Right? So this is stuff you're just going to be getting rid of that you can now make into other products down the line. You know.
There's a little, there's not much to, is this all keef right here though?
No, that's
that's
frozen
fine.
up.
Okay.
Yep. Wow. Yeah.
A dry ice and nothing to be messed with. Why do they call it bubble hash? Or is it called, do some people call it Bubba hash?
Bubble hash. So that was the water and ice hash that Apollo was making.
Why do they call it that?
Just because it creates a lot of bubbles.
Technology behind
Yeah.
bubble hash, bro.
I have no idea, to be honest with
He
you.
just
I'm
wanted to
guessing
say
because
it,
there's
etymology.
bubbles when you make it. You saw all of those bubbles.
I did see all the bubbles.
Yeah. All right. Then you're going to ask about with a bubble hash? Come on, guy. Next question. Next question.
bubbles in it too. Don't forget. Okay, so, and this stuff does, keef is just the name of.
I mean, yeah. Could you just smoke that? Just then? I mean, you could.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And it's just keef, like that's. Now
Yeah.
in dispensaries, will they sell just keef?
Some might.
Yeah.
You know, but that comes down to
I mean, you probably get more money out of turning it into extract, right?
most likely. I mean, it really just depends on the clientele, what that infusion manufacturer is going to be making. So here in Missouri, you have the commercial grows, right? And then there is the infusion manufacturers, which they're the ones who are going to take all of the cannabis and turn it into all of these other products.
Gotcha.
Right? And then the dispensaries will sell the cannabis and those other products.
Okay. So they can kind of, there's no stipulations, I think, on that where it's no keef. Like,
No.
get it, baby. Get it.
Yeah, it's
baby.
just going to be up to that infusion manufacturer if they think that they can make that work for their customers or there's a demand.
Not to put you on the spot, but
Sure.
would that be considered concentrate or would that be considered plant
Yeah.
material when it comes to possession?
Oh, go ahead and say that.
When it comes to possession, would that be plant material or would it be
It
concentrate?
would be concentrate.
Makes sense. It's concentrated.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yep.
I'm mad now. This is all plant material. Come on.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I guess now we're going to come over here. Oh, wait.
Oh, we're about to get, this thing presses, right?
Yes.
Like, and it's going to, this is what I've been waiting
This is what you
for.
guys came to see.
This is awesome.
Guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to show you a video of a new series. It's a little teaser. It's going to debut at 4:20 on the 4th of July. I'm going to let you guys check out the People's Family. Stay tuned.
All right, let's do this thing.
Now we're going to tell us what we're going to do here, Beau.
All right, guys. So now we're going to make some rosin. And if you're not familiar with rosin, rosin is a type of extract that uses pressure and heat. So this guy right here is, it's a huge piece of machinery. This thing is really super heavy.
How about these welds here?
Oh yeah.
How about these welds? You like it?
And it is also connected down here to, there's a hydraulic foot jack. I don't know if you guys can see, you probably
Oh,
can't.
damn. That was like a Ghostbusters trap.
Yep. That guy right there,
That Slimer.
this is what raises and lowers these bricks here. So these are stainless steel bricks. And then they do have temperature probes in the side. So each one of these bricks is heated up.
Dang.
And you can see the temperatures of each one of those over here.
So heat is the name of the game in this one.
Yes, yes.
Oh, man.
So, and there's a bunch of different theories though to that. There's some people who do low temperature pressing, and then there's other people who will do high temperature pressing. I personally like to do high temperature pressing.
Okay.
I follow, like I said, I'm not an expert. So I follow a lot of what Sasquatch says. Their customer service is absolutely terrific. They're there for you night and day to answer any of your questions to make sure you're coming up with the product that you want to. But so what they recommend is to basically always press as high as you can. There's two different kinds of THC.
So those plates are 200 degrees right now?
Yes.
Jesus, man.
Yep. So
Each one of them is separately controlled.
yes. So yeah. This is your top plate and your bottom plate.
Okay.
Yeah. So, this guy is just going to help us create some, amazing solventless rosin. Guys, when the dispensaries open up, rosin, in most states is sold anywhere from, you know, $80 to $100 a gram in the dispensaries. So you can kind of do the math real quick and.
Or 400 over in Illinois, if you want to.
So, yeah, so this guy, you know, just kind of makes really all of the work easy. So what we do is we take the keef. So guys, I'll just show you again. Here's one of our piles of keef that we were working with today. So what I did is I took this and I put it into the Sasquatch rosin pressing bags. So what these bags are is these are a micron bag, just like those bags that we did the bubble hash in, or the bag that's on the end of here. And what this does is this is going to trap the keef inside and then let the rosin flow out.
Oh my God, another little trap, another little cannabis trap.
Oh yes.
That's only the good things through.
So, and again, there's a whole lot of different ways to doing this. Like I was mentioning before, there's different temperatures between the high temp and low temp.
Sure.
There's different size bags, there's different micron bags, and you can kind of really just kind of go down a wormhole of all of the different possibilities. One of the reasons that I follow Sasquatch's directions is because they kind of just took all the thinking out. They only make 1 micron size bag. So they only make a 35 because they say that you can do everything with it. If you're doing your flour, which you can also put flour right in here.
That's what I've seen videos online, some of my favorite things, where they just put a flour in there and press it. And it's like, woo, because it's so cool looking.
Definitely. So helping these bags, if you put a flour into this bag, would help some of that plant material from coming out into that rosin, right? So Sasquatch just recommends that you do 1 bag when you're doing flour, and then you double bag it when you're doing any type of extracts.
Gotcha.
So whether we're gonna do some bubble hash that we made earlier, because you can put that into here, or you're gonna put some of the dry ice keef, you can also put it in into these bags, and you would just double bag it for safety so you don't get a blowout.
Okay.
So.
Sounds simple enough. I mean, that's the deal, because sometimes you can get paralyzation of choice. There's like, oh, there's how many microns are there, man?
Definitely.
A lot of microns out there.
So guys, as you can see here, this is a double bagged brick that I've already pre-made.
Okay.
So that has that in it?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I bagged this up, and as you can see, I filled up the bag completely, right? And I just have a little bit of space to fold it over so that the sides don't blow out. And this just has a very thin but even amount of keef throughout this entire bag, right? That way, again, it's all about contact and surface area, right? So the more that we can keep in contact with those plates, the more that we're going to hopefully get coming out of this thing.
So you don't want to overfill that thing like
No.
crazy. Okay.
No, because then you'll actually the rosin will kind of just like start to go from the middle and just get trapped inside of itself, and you won't get a good flow. Okay. Now, again, you never know how the flow is going to go until you just kind of get to it.
Flow. You gotta let the flow go. You don't know how the flow is going to go with Beau.
So, yeah, I took some time, bagged up a couple for us here, so that we can see, you know, how this is going to work out.
He's like Martha Stewart. All planned out, ready to go. Let's check the oven over here. I had one going about 15 minutes ago. Let's see how it's doing.
Definitely. So, guys, let me grab some parchment paper real quick.
Here, get me.
And a drink.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the best part of the show. This. How's everybody doing tonight? Pretty good? Good. All right, here's Beau's back.
All right. Did you keep them entertained?
Yeah, I did. I totally did. Totally crushed it.
Do we have like 2 viewers left now?
No, they really want to see this. I could have said anything.
All right, guys.
So, are those, like, is 200 degrees too hot to touch your hand to? Like,
I can touch it. You know, it's definitely warm.
Yeah.
You know, but you don't want to keep it on there.
okay.
So,
All right, you're tough. We get it, Beau. I can touch it. Doubt any of you guys could.
So the reason why I press up around this temperature at 208 is where you can see what I have it set at. There's two different types of THC. So there's Delta 9, well, there's a couple different kinds, right? But the main two is Delta 9 THC and then THCA. At low temperature pressing, the Delta 9 THC is what is released. THCA actually does not get released until about 220 to 225 degrees.
Does the friction heat it up hotter than those plates?
Yes. Yes, because again, we're creating pressure, which is creating heat. I like to keep my temperature set here because now I'm a little bit below boiling. So if my material has any type of moisture in it, at least they're not coming in contact with that hot of a plate where I'm gonna start to extract the water out of the plant and not the oil.
Okay.
So that's why I personally keep it around 208 and I don't hit 212, which would be the boiling point of water.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Look at this. This guy, science guy. Beau Nye the science guy. Hey, ho, hey. Beau Nye the science guy.
That should be your next music video.
I know. Yeah, don't tempt us with that. We will do that immediately. All right, what do you got? What are these, little magnets?
Yep. So this is just like some tricks. You can use magnets to kind of hold your parchment in place.
Is that special parchment paper?
No, this is just some good old Reynolds parchment paper, you know, right
Free
from
plug.
the grocery store.
Free plug for Reynolds wrap.
Yeah. You gotta make sure you get the good stuff.
Yeah, unofficial, official sponsor. They'll call us tomorrow. $10 million offer or something.
You should have saw the turkey bag companies when they figured out what the weed industry was doing with their bags. That was a really funny one because they were like, you know, all these places are just using all these turkey bags. You guys really enjoy turkeys. Everybody's like, no, we put our weed in there.
This town loves turkey. Yeah, the Mendocino Triangle. All loves turkey, the Emerald Triangle.
So I got our parchment in here. So as you can see, I leave some, you know, on the top there, just to cover the plates so that way it doesn't make a mess or anything like that. And it will help direct the...
Would it help to get this camera a little lower? Because maybe I can lower some of these legs for you, buddy.
Apollo, would you run the timer? Cool.
Like that? For now?
All right, guys. So, as you can see, I put our brick right here in the middle.
Raise up a little bit.
All right.
Any Leibowitz over here.
Setting up the shot. All right, so I got my puck in there, and I set it back just a little bit from the edge because you don't want it to come down too close to the edge where it's gonna pinch and then ultimately bust open.
Yeah, gotcha.
So you want to leave it enough room so that when the pressure comes down and that bag expands, that it's not going to come out over that edge. Gotcha. So, and then from there, guys, it is really easy. You know, basically, I have a pressure gauge up top that tells me what pressure I'm applying. I like to add about 2,000 pounds of pressure from the very start, and then I'm gonna crank it up to about 4,500 to 5,000. Again, there's kind of no reason why I pick those numbers. That's just what I find works for me. You might, you know, find that something else works for you. You might have somebody tell you that, you know, this works better for them. But this is just what I like to do. So, I guess without further ado.
Press this here foot pedal.
Yep, so here we're gonna start it off, guys. It might get a little bit loud because there's an air compressor that also powers this foot pedal for the hydraulic fluid. So, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna jump on this side, sorry. And. So as you can see, it's, you know, closing down. Now I'm just going to take a look up at the pressure gauge and see where I'm at. So right there is about 2,000 pounds of pressure. And Let's hope that something comes out.
Should something be coming out right now?
Yeah, kind of. Oh, wait, here we go, guys.
Oh, you little tease.
So this is actually the first time that I did push my bags that flat. Usually I do keep them a little bit thicker, but I wanted to try it, you know, really just super flat so that way it made sure that everything was rocking. Took a second, which kind of scared me, but now as you can see, she's starting to flow. Oh, that was stupid. All right, just rip the parchment. Don't do that.
It's okay.
And then, as you can see, it's starting to come out here. You're just going to start to increase
Color there.
the pressure very slowly.
It's just a battery. You're all good.
Okay.
Let me check.
We're good. I checked it. Now, how long do you do this?
So about 3 minutes.
That's a beautiful color.
Are you making those noises? Are you controlling that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I'm just slowly increasing the pressure so that way I'm just keeping it nice and
Slowly pushing it out, wringing it out, basically.
Exactly.
Are those squeezing at an angle, I guess, towards the front?
I don't think so. It should be coming down completely even.
So will you have yield on the backside too?
Yes, a little bit.
Yes, he will have yield on the backside. That's what Craig asked. He forgets he doesn't have a microphone, but he yaps the whole dang thing. What pressure are we at right now?
So right now we're at about 4,000. 30 seconds. All right, I'm gonna hit it up to 5. So we're at 5,000 pounds of pressure now.
And we just got the 30-second left reminder.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it looks like a Goosebumps novel writing. You know what I mean?
Nice. R.L. Stein.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Am I starting? Am I smelling it?
And there we go. There's the first run.
The first row.
There's more runs?
Gumdrops.
There you go, guys.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that is really pretty.
Little caramel.
Yeah, you can see that's a really nice color. You can smell that?
Oh my glory. That
Just like trim, man.
remind me of Drew, dude.
All right.
Wow.
So let's see if we can't get another one to flow a little bit better here.
come on, let's get another one to flow. Come on, I dare ya. I double dare ya.
So again, you know, I'm not a professional at this. I'm learning as I go. Rosin is something that's completely new to me that I've only, you know, really picked up here in the last little bit.
Yeah.
So it's not something I've been doing for a long time. And, you know, really every time I'm making it now, I'm just experimenting with different things. So this time, you know, I made these pucks a little bit fatter than what I usually do. A little bit skinny.
Okay.
So let's see if I can't.
About what's left in your bag there. You said first run, so you're gonna press that again, or what do you got going on?
No, I just meant that in.
Just like first run out all these bags. Okay. Now, what do you do with the stuff that's left over in your bag over there? Can you do something with that?
I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
I personally don't.
Okay.
Just, you could do.
We'll figure out how to do that.
Yeah, definitely. There's a way.
On the text line, someone asked now, does this decarboxylate the weed?
Slightly, but not all the way.
Okay.
So you still need to decarboxylate past this point in order to make it so that you could just test it.
Good question.
Or put it into gummies. There is a way. There's two different ways of curing your rosin that people talk about. One is like a cold cure. One is a hot cure. So one of the ways you can do a hot cure is even with the rosin machine and using the temperature controls to keep it right at that like decarboxylation level, and people will just put the like a little canister like the little silicone, and just set it on there and decarboxylate it right there on the machine.
At what temperature is it?
I don't know. I don't do a lot of decarbing.
Okay.
Show me how you do this. Is that the Cure?
Yeah, it is the Cure.
I'm talking about the Cure.
I love the Cure.
I like To Cure and I like The Cure.
Absolutely.
All right, we're getting freak nasty.
Yep. All right. So.
Nasty sugar. You ever stick your finger in there just to see?
No, haven't done that yet.
Yet, he said.
We're at 200 PSI. Actually, I want to bring it to 3,000 PSI.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I wanted to get rolling a little bit faster.
Yeah, it does. It's already showing up. Will you see a difference in colors from like different?
Yes, definitely. And so that's also one of the things that I'm also experimenting with, you know? Yeah, so I mean, every time you do this, and different plants that you work with are all gonna have its own rosin. So there's different consistencies that you're gonna get out of curing one this way or this way. All strains are gonna give you different amounts, you know? So every single thing from plant to plant, and every single time you change anything, whether it's one temperature, the way that you're packing your bags, the pressure that you're using, the time, all of that is going to lead to, you know, just your different outcomes.
Oh, good. Yeah, that one appeared to ooze out
Little
more
bit.
than the other one.
Yep.
Wow. And can you get a real nice close zoom on that? Zoom, is it zoomed as much as I got?
So as you can see, guys, it's coming out of there like really smooth. One of the ways that I tell that I need to increase pressure is when you start to see little bubbles.
Oh, okay.
So because it's starting to get like pumped out from the heat rather than running smoothly is how I know that I need to add more. So as you can see, there's some little bubbles popping up over on that side. So I'm just gonna hit it a little bit more. We're up there, it's about 3,900 PSI at the moment. And so guys, again, you know, with this extraction stuff, you know, one of the things I will say is that machines don't lie. If you think that you're growing...
Not yet.
You're right. Wait till the robot uprising. Yeah, they'll be lying.
What time? 30 seconds.
Okay. But, you know...
Machines don't lie.
Machines don't lie. Yeah, and so when you're doing this stuff, you can really tell the quality of, you know, the material that you're working with or how you're growing, you know, and that's going to...
Now I noticed there's like a little like marbling, it looks like almost like a little, is that something you look for, or is there a certain color you look for personally, or are you just kind of seeing what happens?
I'm just kind of seeing what happens. Cool. You know, the lighter in color, the more high quality, people would say that it is.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, really? Huh.
All right.
I said, oh my God, look
Oh,
at that.
wow.
It looks like honey.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
So, here, take the magnets off.
Oh, and it smells so good too. Oh. Oh my God, that smell is phenomenal. Now, is that sticky as all get out?
Yes, it is, but it's actually kind of amazing how it's only kind of sticky to itself. So like it's not sticky, so it's sticky on you because you're warm, right? But like as far as being on the parchment paper, like that whole front big drip will just come off as one single.
Really?
Pull. Yeah. Maybe I might have some fun with that in a minute
Knock
here.
it off, Beau. Holy mackerel.
So here, let me get the bag out of the way.
And you didn't rip that parchment. Good job, buddy. You're learning.
So that's what we ended up with. That's kind of like one of my favorite consistencies. As you can see, like the dry, flaky, you know, and then you got like kind of the drips. Once that combines together, it's gonna end up being a really nice kind of like batter consistency. It's just like really super thick cake batter.
Oh, now you're making it sound even better.
Oh yes.
How is he doing this, man? God, this is great. Okay. What do you do from that point on?
From this point,
Yeah, like, do you just use another little scraper and scrape that up, or
Yeah.
you gotta wait till it cools down for a
no,
while?
I mean it's almost basically ready to go as it is.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just cut it up with a dab tool.
Oh, okay.
I have one in the back. I can show you guys how it comes up or scrapes
Whatever you
up.
want to do. This is your show.
Is there any questions?
Are there any questions?
Let's get to the little questions here.
Because we did go through this kind of fast, guys, and I really do apologize about that. You know, this is a ton of information to cover in this very short time period. So, you know, again, if you do have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me at GrowActive Solutions, or you know, give us a call, send us an email, any way that you want to. You know, I think carrier agent also works.
Oh yeah, that's how I got a hold of him.
Yep.
Most of the time, that's why it takes a while. All right.
All right, so we got a couple of questions here, kind of going back to what we were asking with all the keef boxes about what was the yield on that, about how much plant material in one of those packets to roughly the yield on the.
So the run that I did yesterday to kind of get prepared for all of this, right? I was using, I think I used about a pound of material,
Okay.
about 16 ounces of material, and was able to end up with 7 ounces of keef.
Okay.
So each one of these bricks, right, is 1 ounce. I've already pressed 2 of them. And then this, wherever you put it, is what I made yesterday. You know, just kind of getting ready to see how everything was going to react. You know, because I would have felt really bad if nothing came out from that press. Right?
Will it out, man. Will it out.
So, yeah, so again, yesterday I started with about 16 ounces of
Plant material.
plant material. There we go. That turned into about 7 ounces and a little bit of change of keef, which now, yesterday, I think that this was about 20 grams I ended up with off of 2 ounces. So that's about a 33% return, which is not bad at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Almost 6 grams
I was
doing the math
Yeah. Yeah, so
You got that off of 2 ounces?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I got this off of the 2 ounces of keef that we did yesterday. So again, I did.
So that was that at one point.
Yep, exactly. So now overnight, once I combined the dry, like that crystal material, and the wet drip material, it will turn into like this kind of cake batter.
It does look like a cookie dough.
Yes. So, and that's that.
That's it?
Yeah.
Guys, oh
So,
my
I mean,
goodness. What a
Yeah.
presentation, man. Apollo, you want to get over here and say bye to everybody? You're good? He's coming back over here. Tell them one more time how to get a hold of you guys and where we're at.
So I'm Beau, and this is Apollo from GrowActive Solutions. We are right down in the Tower Grove neighborhood here in St. Louis. So we're right at Hartford and Grand.
Super easy to find.
Yep. You can also find us on Instagram at GrowActive Solutions. I think we have
Great
a
follow.
Facebook page that nobody tends to, but I think it's there.
Facebook's over and done with anyway.
Yeah,
Or Instagram's where it's at.
Yeah, that's the bird guy. You know?
They're gonna anyway, they're all watching us. Come down here because this place is phenomenal. Like I couldn't believe how big it was when I came in here. You know, I wasn't expecting much knowing you. Then when I came, I was like, wow, this guy's really got something in here. Apollo, you got any parting words for us?
No.
He's a man of few words, and that's why I love him around here. You got Craig? Do you have some business you got to take care of, or do we have an announcement or a giveaway that we have to get to, or announce a giveaway person, or is there any of that going on tonight?
I believe they will draw them from the names that were tagged in there. I'll give everybody a chance to tag everybody again so they can go back and watch this thing. My KC Green Wellness is giving away a free medical marijuana certification to somebody that needs one. Tag a friend that needs a certification. Write CERT after their name. They'll be entered in the drawing. My KC Green Wellness is Kansas City's most trusted source for medical marijuana certifications. Their clinics offer 5 licensed and practicing physicians that are always looking for healthier alternatives to assist the people of Missouri. And we also have, this is what a professional does, Steve. We also have a house and garden nutrient starter pack we're going to give away. All you guys got to do is tag somebody in that you think could use it and write grow afterwards. And then we got some big stuff coming next month. It's going to be really cool stuff, guys. The series trudges on, I guess, and the guys over on the Kansas City side are going to keep teaching you how to grow a little bit of cannabis on that, or grow some plants on that side. No, it's cannabis, right? I mean, this is a cannabis magazine. St. Louis rules. St. Louis rules. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Tag a friend. Beau, you're the man. I think Bono Hydro. Bono.
And again, feel free to reach out to us, guys. Any questions? If you want to talk plants, Apollo will not stop talking to you, even though he's, even though he can't. Stop. Even though he doesn't say much now. But yeah, we're here to help you guys. Anything you ever need, feel free to reach out to us. That's what we're here for.
Guys, for real, this place is awesome. These guys are awesome. This has been, I mean, as far as Craig Eyes lives go, I mean, they're sad. This is great. This is great to see how this is done. It's an exciting time in Missouri. I know there's a lot of crazy things going on. There are guys who still have their eyes on the prize, getting medicine to patients. That's what the name of the game is right now. And when you're doing a stuff like this, when you get all the info you need to grow high quality medicine, you can get it to patients who desperately need it to live better quality of life, and this is what it's all about. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Check out Hoosier Sophisticate Mondays at 7 to 9. Is that our show? Yeah, we do our show 7-ish. I'm like a closer. I got a team.
Whenever they show up.
It's the basement. I'm always there. I don't never leave. So stay tuned for more antics and check it out next week, Thursday. Follow Cannabis, follow KC Weed Blog, follow Evolution Mag, follow who?
You didn't give Clay any guff
Missouri
this time.
Cannabis Network. I didn't do what?
Give Clay any guff this time.
No.
He didn't. He made Craig read the thing. I don't read anything anymore because Craig's usually trying to tell me. Guess what? They know who to give it to. They know who to give it to Craig. Guys, thank you so much. If you have questions, feel free to ask us or ask Beau, and we'll get to them as fast as we can. Guys, thank you for a great night.
Yes.